I had an interesting conversation recently about languages and home educators. And one of the interesting things that came out of that conversation was the different motivations that families have for learning another language. As a multilingual person yourself, what are the motivators for you?
To learn it. Yeah, so I geeked out about that a little bit on our last podcast, so I might bring a bit of a different angle. But I think to sum up what we said last time, and then bringing a new idea into it. So this idea of learning learning a new system that is so very different from our way of thinking. And with that system comes a whole horizon of a philosophy of how people see the world. And recently, I've also been thinking that so I also work as a counselor, and clients who come to me and want to change in some ways, I'm noticing that the clients who make changes in their lives, who don't just come and want to talk about what's hard, but who also want to make changes, they're the ones that either learn an instrument or that are somehow have been involved in sports or that have learned something over a longer period of time where they had to invest and be resilient. And I think language learning is a great way of
Mhm.
learning to be resilient. Resilient in a way of, it's a bit like, we're just about to get a dog. So I can't say much yet, but this idea of, whatever the weather, we need to go out with this dog. We need to walk it. And it's a bit like that with language learning. It's, yeah, this grammar chapter is really hard, but we're going to study it anyway. And we're going to build on what we already know. And I think the real reward with languages is that it's not just you're learning something in your head, but actually there is literature in that language. You can start. So with me, for example, I'm learning Dutch. So I'm able to listen to podcasts now. I'm able to overhear conversations in a cafe between people who speak Dutch. I would be able to travel to the Netherlands now and order my coffee. So those kind of things. Um, I think it's important. So the motivation, yes, exams are a motivation, but I think they're not a great motivation, not the only motivation to learn a particular language.